It's Throwback Thursday. Today is 30th April 2020, the last day of the fourth month in 2020. It's been tough, and I'm saying a very big thank you to the MCR for these two songs from Brothers and Obo. These are old-time songs that we still enjoy tunes from. You're welcome officially to AM Ghana Show here on Adoatv, and you're watching us live in your homes and on Facebook, Adoatv Ghana, and on YouTube, Adoatv GH. Thanks to now Tinkrama Anchor with AM Ghana News. This is why we give you updates of what is trending in the world. And on COVID-19, you can visit our website on www.adoanewsonline.com for more news detail and updates. And the morning show is proudly sponsored by Borges Olive Oil, the best always. Migo Purified Drinking Water, Kono. Migo, Migo, the only way to be hydrated. And also Blue City Ties and Accessories, Yasin Herbal Mixture. These are our sponsors, and we are proud of you. We're going to take a quick turn. When we come back, we'll go straight into what we came to do this morning. Stay with us. Welcome back from that quick break. We have more for you here on AM Ghana Show, live from our studios on the John Evans Atano's High Street. We'll be looking into some stories concerning the Unipass deal and also the number of Burkinabés that have been arrested for entering Ghana illegally. Now, this is a word of caution to Ghanaian folks, or to our fellow Ghanaians or citizens who are helping other nationals to get into the country. We are all not safe. There's no safer place here now in the world, and everybody is trying very hard, or every economy or country is trying very hard to make sure living is made possible or even safer for people living in the country. So please, let us go by the protocols that have been given by health professionals. It is their duty to protect us, and they are doing so. If we are all supposed to stay home, let's stay home. If you have no business outdoor or in town or anywhere, please stay away and stay home. Let's continue washing our hands with soap and running water for at least 20 seconds. Let's use our sanitizers a lot. Let's continue drinking a lot of water and eating well and exercising as well. If you want to sneeze or cough, use a tissue to cover your mouth. Dispose it off immediately. And also, if you feel unwell, stay at home. Try the numbers that I've been giving out. Call someone and talk to them from any clinic or any hospital, and you'll be attended to. Please, those who are fond of it, or those who will be caught in the act, will be dealt with by the law. And in our news reportage, some days ago, on Monday, Isaac Otu came up with a report on the unbreakable floating bridge at Chimwena. And this was something that was done by the Ablekuma West Municipality. And we've seen, after the rains on Sunday, we realized that the bridge that was termed as unbreakable floated with a lot of refuse at the Chimwena, and has displaced or misplaced or has moved the bridge from its actual stand or station to another place. Now, residents in these areas are asking that a new one be done. Following up on that report yesterday, and Mr. Shaib, that's the CEO of CODA, Coastal Development Authority, went to the place, and work was supposed to have begun today. But fortunately for us, or fortunately for the residents there, work started yesterday. And in our news reportage this morning, we saw some works that have been done. And there were some explanations that were given concerning why it happened that way. And so they gave some explanations as to why they turned the bridge as unbreakable, and we saw that it was floating on the water. And so we have more for you there. When you go to our website, you can read further into it. And this is what we have on the screens. And so, like you're watching, there are a lot of things that you ask yourself, or there are a lot of questions that I'm sure you'll be putting down or jotting down. Aside the bridge being washed away by the rain, it came with heavy or a chunk of rubbish. Where is this coming from? Where is it going to? Where is it going to settle? At the end of the day, are people not living there? What are they not doing right? In as much as we are in these hard times, COVID-19 is another thing we are battling with. we are going to do that. And also sanitation is another problem that we are trying very hard, or government is trying very hard to correct in our societies. As individuals, we have to do something. We have to stop our evil ways, our evil practices of dumping refuse anywhere at any time. Let us watch the video, and when we come back, we'll continue with the newspaper headlines.
That if you have a building which is on the road, we are going to pull it down. So we are going to construct a driveway from this end to the other end, which is about 100 meters, and that will link the old Winneba Road from Sharp to Chamber. So that is what it is. So it's a driveway, which is a road that you have vehicles driving through, and then a pedestrian walkway which will be on the side.
It's just barely 3 months now, and after the heavy downpour on Sunday, this is the current situation of the bridge. In response to why a floating, unbreakable bridge was being carried away by flood, the Koda boss lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaib alleged that some individuals contributed to the driving away of the bridge by the flood. Hence, investigations are being carried out by the Choco police.
It actually collapsed because people contributed to the collapse of the bridge. People came and cut the wires holding the bridge. Yes, because we are reported to the police. So you can follow up with the Choco police station. I'm sure they will give you a feedback. That we have reported that there were people who were behind this and they should take the matter up. So I brought the police to come and deal with this matter. And those who are found culpable should be dealt with. Floating bridge. We had barrels underneath them, and that it was supposed to be in a manner that if it even rained like it did, it will float up, and the people still could use it. But obviously, like I indicated to you, we are aware of some individuals who kind of manned up some plans to come and destroy the bridge. And that's how come we have reported to the Choco police station to proceed with the investigation. Some names have come up. I'm not here to just mention these names to you. But I'm sure subsequently, when those people are picked up and the investigation confirms that they are the actual people, we'll announce the names. But it was a very solid bridge. It wasn't a bad bridge. It was a bridge that was also for temporary purposes, because we had a public engagement here, this same place, and we had told them that Coastal Development Authority, that was through the lobbying of Honorable Oswald, had come to us, and then we had confirmed we were coming to do a driveway and a walk. As you can see, they are here. The contractors have come to site. I even reported they were going to start from tomorrow, but fortunately they are in today. And you see, let me also remind you, those who were suspected or who are suspected to be behind the destruction of the first bridge, we're obviously taking money for the use of this place. You understand?
Is that a reason why?
Obviously, if they are spoiling your business, we used to encourage people to use that. That's why we are warning them that if you do not know and you come in our way, you interfere in the construction of this bridge, the law will deal with you. And that is a stern one. Believe me, anybody who comes in our way, interferes in any form or manner, expect us to deal with you through the law.
And so you've seen for yourself. That is the video. And in the interview, or in the video, there was an interview with Koda boss, Coastal Development Authority boss, lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaib, who gave some explanation as to how come the unbreakable bridge found itself floating when the rains came on Sunday. And he's alleged that they've gotten the info or the information that some people or some residents in the area or some people actually came into contact with the bridge and have really done something to it, and that is why it ended up that way. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Blue City is a manufacturing supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Numun super na wanya pomuden se wo ba numun so a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso ayeto ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manumun super mega mineral water de edanso esan se the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhenu aberem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu na wani bosua na okon donsio wo benya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount 40 per junction and now for 050 7055 409 and now 055 392 1088 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
John, Ufini, wow, Eddie, what boy Juma. I check a roofina, or you fell one cassa from Asatek. Oh, na same roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatek roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke, with the board dance were a chey and renache. They want a calisa who do a fair be bray. No more free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out. Now, so the board dance were a year supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet? No, you tell the summer pepe. Mama poor Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers nso a your on-site installation ne boss kura da pa. Oh yes, quality and ne da feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na wonsa kan order na waye after sales service papa bi nso hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2 Meridian Road Ebenkoko Board Warehouse Western Region. So Asatek Takrade Anaji yene Princeland Hotel and di hwene mu and Volta Region yewo Akachi South District Assembly kwan so ha.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Welcome back from that break. We're going to go quick into the newspapers and starting with the daily graphic for this morning. The Truth and Accuracy, it says on page 16, Unipass keeps importers stranded. And also on page 20, ahead of May Day, ICU urges workers to help fight COVID-19. On page 16 again, don't aid people to cross borders illegally. Ghana Immigration Service has more on this. And inside the paper, we have special supplement on May Day. And going to page 16 to read into it. Okay, I'll do that after the main story. And the big one here says, our duty, national call. Health workers determined to win COVID-19 war. Health staff at the forefront in the fight against the novel coronavirus in Ghana have described their work as a call to national duty, which they are not just obliged to honor, but privileged to be involved in. Doctors, nurses, medical laboratory scientists, cleaners and ambulance, and it continues on page 3 of the newspaper. On page 16, don't aid people to cross borders illegally. It says that the Ghana Immigration Service has appealed to residents of border communities in the country to cooperate with the implementation of the border closure directive to help avert further importation of the coronavirus into Ghana. The service said despite the closure of the borders being enforced, many residents who depended on activities at the borders to survive were flouting the directive and encouraging people to enter Ghana through the unapproved entry point. The head of the Ghana Immigration Service team and the COVID-19 Operation Assistant Commissioner of Immigration, ACI Mr. Samuel Basintale Amadu, in an interview with the Daily Graphic, said despite enhanced security at the approved borders, people were using unapproved means to enter illegally. Some Ghanaians who live at the border communities are ignoring the law and assisting people to enter illegally. Unfortunately, some of the people arriving have tested positive, and that is the risk. Exactly. And if we all be looking out for each other, we are all trying very hard to fight this war, COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, that has visited the globe, that every country has had its fair share of. And so if we are all supposed to be going by the protocols and doing what is right, this is not a time to help someone or to be thinking about your selfish gains, to help someone into the country. You might not know. In helping the person, you might end up testing positive, because most of these people who enter, when tested, come out, or results come out as positive. At the back page of the Daily Graphic, frontline health workers in Western region cope with stigma. Frontline health workers in Western region cope with stigma, and stigmatization and discrimination have been identified as key emotional challenges facing frontline health workers in the Western region, as health workers in the region literally puts themselves in harm's way to protect people against COVID-19. A number of them said they were subjected to stigmatization and discrimination from the same people they were working hard to save. According to them, stigmatization, both subtle and direct, from colleagues and members of society, as well as family members, as family concerns, had been tough, but they were finding ways to go about their duties. And this morning, listen to a sister station who interviewed a doctor who tested positive and is doing well, said that his own colleagues, so fellow health workers, were also stigmatizing her. This treatment isn't a good one. The thought of you even going to test is a big thing people will have to battle with before the test is done. And it's another thing waiting to hear the results that comes out of it. What you go through to be able to understand and accept that this is where you have gotten to in life, and this is what you are expected to be doing. You're supposed to be on self-isolation. Make sure you're going by protocols, or you're going by how you've been asked to live, waiting for results to get to you. And if you have to be put on medication, they put you on medication depending on the results that comes out. And so in these times where we have to show love, where we have to show concern, it is not a time for us to be stigmatizing against each other. And health workers, I shudder to think that health workers, who are the same people preaching that we do not do these things, are the ones doing it to their colleagues. The only thing we will learn from you as frontliners is that you are teaching us how to go about things, and so we should be able to emulate from you. But if you are going in this path, what are we at the back, or what are we even at the rest supposed to do? There's always been something I want to share, that I went on a 1-week isolation, self-isolation, that's directed by health workers at the Ridge Hospital after I'd gone to test. And I was asked to stay home for 5 days. But I actually stayed for a week. That's about 7 days. Honestly, I'd read, maybe because of the fact that this is what I do. I'm a media person, I'm a journalist, and we are also open to the education out there from health workers. And so we are privy to most of the information that we need to know and get. I stayed at home. I had colleagues calling in to check up on me and see how I was doing. Family members were concerned. even the doctors that took care of me, or those who even took me to the hospital, or those who asked that I do it, were checking up on me to find out if I was doing fine. It was very okay. I had nothing to worry about. They were just putting or stressing on the fact that I needed to exercise, I needed to eat well in case the results should be positive. It was going to make things easier for me. The only thing they would worry about is the fact that maybe I might be having an underlying health condition. But that doesn't mean that it was going to be the end of the road for me. But I still didn't think about it. We're all different. We all treat issues differently. The way I may take something, it will be different from the way you understand it and take it. The way you apply to things will be different from the way I do. And so if I'm on isolation and I'm privy to all this education, I may be strong and not be thinking about it psychologically. It might not be affecting me. But with you, your case might be different. This is not a time for us to be stigmatizing against each other. We have to show love. Just make sure you are protected. Even if you have to extend help to someone, make sure you are doing it. Protect yourself. Moving on, the last story at the back page of the Daily Graphic. Ministry seeks legal backing to restrict soya bean export. And today, the Daily Graphic feels padded. Inside the paper, we have an insert for May Day. So it's a special supplement on May Day. It says, Ayiko, let's fight COVID-19 together. And this is from President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And so we have pictures of Accra brew workers in the march at the 2019 May Day celebration. And also graphic staff displayed their newspapers at last year's May Day parade. COVID-19 is here in 2020, and I doubt, of course, there's not going to be any parade on May Day or anything. And so we'll stay in our homes, our various homes. Those who will be going to work will be going to work and observe the day. So that is it for the Daily Graphic. And we'll move on to other newspapers as well. I've been joined in the studio by one gentleman. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing, Anastasia?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm well. I think that it's sometimes we ask the significance of May Day, but it's very prudent that the year round, from January to December, 366 or 367 or whatever days we have in a year, we have one day to acknowledge that there's labor force in our respective countries and what have you. So it is good. I've been saying we did not expect 2020 to be this way, but since 2020 is here, and we are still living in the past because any festivity or any national celebration that needs to be held, that we can't do it. You have to go back to 2019 and then pick memories from it, like the Daily Graphic is doing concerning May Day celebration. But it is well. It is well with us. Let's go to the most authoritative newspaper, the Ghanaian Times. Ban Okada now. Ban Okada now over social distancing defiance. Ban Okada now over social distancing defiance. The story is on page 12. COVID-19 offences. Police grab 1,326 persons nationwide for flouting public gathering, social distancing directives. Story is on page 3. Moving back to page 13, we have clearing agents, importers stranded at Tema Port as GCNET shuts down. As GCNET shuts down. Else on page 3, eligibility of special prosecutor. Supreme Court gives judgment on May 13th. Eligibility of special prosecutor. Supreme Court gives judgment on May 13th. Wearing of face masks. Don't eat with your face mask on. Don't touch phone when your face mask is on. That one, Anastasia, I will be found culpable all the time. And then don't touch the front part of your nose mask or face mask. Is there? I know that one, our politicians will be found culpable for that. At the back page of the most authoritative newspaper, Upper West Regional Hospital operating under capacity. Upper Regional Hospital operating under capacity. Medical Director. More than 9 months after the inauguration of the new Upper West Regional Hospital, the facility is still operating under capacity. The Medical Director Facility, Dr. Robert Ameyisa, has lamented the hospital, which began operating in January, was currently running on staff strength of 200, which is far below the capacity of 600 workforce required. And it goes on, blah, 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 blah. Grab a copy and read further into the stories.
I don't know why. He said, I'll be found culpable for that.
Let me show this to the public before anesthesia. You know, there was a time that a caller was complaining about the fact that policemen are not adhering to social distancing protocol. Ghanaian Times is having an evidence. It's like, this is a police officer. I think,
yeah.
This is a police officer behind the other one, all because of, I don't know whether they are immune to COVID-19, but police officers, maybe the little space within that one is what? Is it 1 meter?
0.0.
Is 0.0. You see, and at the end of the day, when you catch somebody flouting this old list, what will you tell the person? That you go and see no more, or what are you going to do? It's bad. It's bad. Where our law enforcers themselves are not even enforcing the directives, but they are not adhering to it. They keep flouting it and what have you. So it's not surprising that there's a person on the front page to who is a civilian and then has a passenger behind it. If you want to ban Okada and what have you, let's even go ahead and ban policemen and women who have people sit behind them. And then their pickup, the number that sits in it.
3 at the back, 1 at the front, and then the driver.
Soon they buy. Anyway, that is all for the Ghanaian Times. Grab a copy and read further.
Reginald, quickly speaking about the do's and don'ts of wearing the mask. Yesterday, the Ghanaian Times gave us some list of do's that we are supposed to be doing, and today it's come with the don'ts. Yes, I think these are things that people are doing. People do not still understand. The only problem is that when you get a mask that doesn't really fit to the face or doesn't fit your face, that is when you'll be fidgeting with all that. You have to be touching this. For some people, touch here to drag it up. Others also touch here. Others drop it below their chin. Others put it on top of their forehead. And then others also find ways to get it off and then speak to someone. I don't know. If they want to talk, they take it down. They talk. After that, they put it back. These are things you're not supposed to be doing. Yes, on Tuesday, the nurse I got from the private sector said that before you even put it on, after ironing, you should make sure you've washed your hands, sanitized before you put it on. When you're taking it off, you do same. So that whilst taking it off, it is safe. And before you even do any other thing, like you eat, you drink, some also have made zips and buttons at this part of the mask, just to aid them to be, in drinking and then eating. It isn't right. You're supposed to take it off. Make sure you take it off the right way. Eat. When you're done, wash your hands, sanitize, and then you put it on. We'll do well to bring you updates all the time on AM Ghana Show and then even in the news for you to know what you are not doing right, and then let's do the right thing. The Daily Guide on the 3rd page, Obinim slaps Kennedy Ejapon, slaps in quote. Obinim slaps Kennedy Ejapon. And the big one here on the same page says, NDC swats for running mate. Tension in Fomena, Kumewu over hospital. And page 6 of the paper has details to the story. On page 6 again, Che backs health minister. Daily Guide reviews cover price. Okay, so we are constrained in view of the rising cost of inputs to review upward the cover price of the Daily Guide to 3 cedis from 4th May 2020. So it's moving from 2 cedi 50 pesos to 3 cedis. We will continue to serve our esteemed readers whose patronage has kept your favorite newspaper on the stands with the best and most current news. And this is from management of Daily Guide. Page 6 again says driver kills cop. Driver kills cop. And at the back page of the Daily Guide, Kotoko finally clears Esperance debt. Otunfo names Kotoko committee. And Newcastle plots Pochettino grab with big cash. And the last one, Paralympic envoy supports rehab center. And so visit any newsstand and get a Daily Guide and read further into it.
All right. Now let's move to Africa's leading provider of business information. The Business and Financial Times is a feature one that an opportunity to do things right. Though tough choices after the virus. Tough choices after the virus. An opportunity to do things right. The story is on page 20. It's a feature. And we are going to grab a copy and read into such features. So another feature, we have attitude inculcation and a pearl in the mouth of the coronavirus. A pearl in the mouth of coronavirus. Story is on page 7. On labor, COVID-19 disrupting labor markets. A story by Conrad Kojo Danse. Still on labor, Employers Association petition Finance Minister for emergency funds to cater for working capital, salary payment, and raw materials. The Ghana Employers Association has petitioned the Minister of Finance to establish an emergency fund from which businesses can access working capital, pay salaries, and purchase raw materials for production as COVID-19 continues to bite harder. The petition was drafted by the association as a deliberation among its members on an emergency meeting they held. The story continues on page 3 of the newspaper. The big one here is more banks deposits given as loans as private sector sees increased capital support. The story is on page 3 of the newspaper. Loan to deposit growth. That is it there for us. So we have it on from January to January 2019 and then January 2020. So you're looking at its index there at the front page of the newspaper. At the back page, we have COVID-19 crashes cashew prices. COVID-19 crashes cashew prices. Interesting show and shishes and seas. All right. The Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, that a nice fraternity I belong to, donates to COVID-19 National Trust Fund. It's good that we pay dues in dollars. At least we've been able to donate an amount of 40,000 Ghana cedis and quarantine of quantities of water, hand sanitizers, and essential medicals to COVID-19 National Trust Fund. The donation is in line with the Institute's corporate social responsibility and public advocacy programs. The donation was made through the Ministry of Information at today's, that is yesterday's, national press briefing. Presenting the donation, the national president of the institute, Dr. Kasati, said TIMG is not a profit professional association that promotes the education and professional practices of marketing in Ghana. We have been able to mobilize blah 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 blah. The executive director happens to be my friend, that is Kobna Ejekum, was also there to support the whole thing. Kudos to all my friends at the Institute office in Adabraka. I'll be passing by this afternoon because I'll be going to City. So from that end, I'll go to City and then whatever that happens, tomorrow is May Day. I'm going to May Day myself. That is all for the Business and Financial Times.
I shall go with you.
No.
Why?
You're not a member. You're not a fellow. We call ourselves fellows.
Oh, no, to City there.
No, City there. That one is public place. You can't go. But I'm going to the institute first. I'm a fellow. Since I'm a fellow.
Okay, I can wait for you. So when you finish with your fellow.
We are going to the institute. You don't take non-fellows around.
Okay, I want to be a fellow.
Yeah, so you can tell GJ to emulate the same thing.
I went from the BNFT to the Daily Statesman. It says cover price goes up. Wow. It looks like all the newspapers, and we've seen from the Daily Guide and also the Daily Statesman is saying the Daily Statesman will be increasing its cover price to 3 cedis with effect from Monday, May 4, 2020. This is due to mounting operation cost over time. The decision is also intended at bringing you the best in terms of quality and social service. As you will understand, this modest increase still remains competitive within our sector for the quality of the service that we provide you, our cherished and discerning reader. Also, the page 2, the second page of the paper, we don't have running mate due to COVID-19. As Siedun Kitia, NDC General Secretary, has spoken about this, and the president says there has been no decision taken yet on lifting a ban on public gatherings. President Akufo-Addo has declared. This story is also on page 2 of the Daily Statesman, and that is the front page on your screens. At the back page, Thomas Partey shows love to Stonebwoy over Angloga Junction album, and Gian and Muntari's return will revive Ghana Premier League. Gladson Awako says or believes that John and Muntari's return will revive Ghana Premier League. That is all for the Daily Statesman.
All right, let's move to Nkondo Wasizwe, Sphere of the Nation, the true independent. The The Chronicle, they call themselves. Amidu sits on tenterhooks at Supreme Court. The first age judgment again. Amidu sits on tenterhooks at Supreme Court. The first age judgment again. The stories are on pages 2 and 3 of the newspaper. Police probes Land Commission. Police probes Lands Commission. MPP premise gets milk here. MPP premise gets milk here. And the stories are still on pages 2 and 3. Editorial. 1,671 COVID-19 cases in Ghana is very scary. Ghanaians must wake up. Editorial. 1,671 COVID-19 cases in Ghana is very scary. Ghanaians must wake up. Udate, you must wake up with your people. COVID-19 is looming. Psalm 34 verse 4. Psalm 34 verse 4. I sought the Lord, and he answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. Psalm 34 verse 4. I sought the Lord, and he answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. This is the word of God.
Speak to God.
That we are still seeking the face of God. Take us away from the fears of COVID-19. Some people will call it coronavirus. I choose to call it SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2. It is well, it is well, it is well, it is well. Right, it is well with us, so amen.
It is well, it is indeed well. The last but not least newspaper, the New Crusading Guide. Gushegu NPP executives petitioning Akufo-Addo.
That is one of the nice constituencies. I like their name.
Gushegu.
The first one is Odododiodo.
What was it?
Odododiodo.
Do.
Odododiodo.
But we normally hear Odododiodo.
It is Odododiodo.
What does it mean?
It's not Diodio.
What does it mean?
You'd understand when you get to that smoothness level.
Which smoothness level?
That point of politics.
Gushegu NPP executives petition Akufo-Addo as party faces danger of losing seats to NDC. See page 10 for details of the story. And pages 3 and 10 also says NDC split hurts over Akufo-Addo's 88 hospital project. Land commissioning in hot waters over multiple registration of lands as police pursue it for answers. And also staunch Mahama chief drifts towards NPP. Chief of Ikropong, Nana Edu Kwao II. The back page of the New Crusading Guide with Sports Crusade. King Faisal FC call on GFA to cancel GHPL season, and also revealed why Ivory Coast ex-footballers snubbed Didier Drogba and voted massively for Sori Diabate. And the last on sports, Messi reveals Santiago is huge fan of Ronaldo, 5 others, and always ask about them. That is all for the New Crusading Guide and the newspaper headlines as well.
Yes. We are going to take you through some elements of the newspaper review. We'll also come your way with some interviews too that we have to do. The Ghana Immigration Service are warning citizens who are engaging in illegal practices by meeting people at our borders, the president spoke about it in his last, whatever be the case. They've come with a statement and they are on some operations that they're also doing. We're trying to speak to the PRO of the Ghana Immigration Service subsequently on the show. When we talk about Unipass, how best do you understand Unipass? You're going to have an executive director coming to tell us about Unipass. But our political guests are standing by for the newspaper review segment. You understand? Do you have messages from Facebook?
We've not gotten some yet, but you can still send your messages in. And I think what we have is from yesterday. What came in late after the show had ended is what we have. And it says, this is from Sami Boache Asamankese. President Akufo-Addo is focused and no amount of diversional tactics will distract him to fight COVID-19. And we warmly welcome the 88 new hospitals. I think it will help a lot to deal with so many health issues. Let us also commend Dr. Apostle Safo Kantanka for coming out with antiseptic to fight fall armyworms. Stay safe. Regards to Honorable Sintima Boaje of Asamankese, NSCL Kumi of Akotia, and Into Kwening of Kede. Also another one from Tomla Mankranso. The man who has borrowed so much and hasn't built a single hospital in 3.5 years is now promising to build 88 hospitals in 8 months. I thought the 2016 deception and propaganda methods wouldn't be adopted again in this year's election. Ghanaians have learned enough lessons and are wide awake now. JM will ever remain the king of infrastructure and development. May God bring him back to power to carry out the rescue mission and complete all abandoned hospitals and other projects. Stay home, stay safe. Shaggy Nima, the world is dealing with invisible terrorist attack, coronavirus in quote, while in Ghana we are dealing with corrupt government perceived to be fighting the terrorists. They have interest in new register and election more than pandemic. Let's stand firm and rescue Ghana. OPK Guaso, God brought visionary and competent Nana Addo at the right time in 2017 to save Ghanaians from hardships and COVID-19. So no wonder world leaders are praising him on his good governance and 4 more years for him to do more. Regards to Honorable Martin J. Mensah Kosa, incoming MPP MP for Tichiman South, Nana Kwekumenu Guaso Sanahene, Nana Atapoku Guaso, and Kobiahene and Guaso Konti Hene. Another one says, Abdul Basit Zongo, Pioneer Kumase. Good morning, fellow Ghanaians. I'm glad I choose to be citizen, not spectator, with COVID-19 and CSM infection in Ghana. All should gather hope and courage with the able and dynamic president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, to fight this pandemic. I'm not surprised nor doubt about the new 88 hospitals he intends to build for Mother Ghana. He has done it before with the 275 ambulances, free senior high school, free water bill, 50% reduction of light bill, and many more for the benefit of all. Greetings to Honorable Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, MP Papa for Medina. From Positive Change, Medina, dear Akufo-Addo, we the people of Medina don't need any of your newly but yet to build hospitals. Okay, newly but yet to build hospitals. All that we need is to see the completion of the 100-bed capacity hospital which John Mahama left for you, which at 60% completion. Long live John Mahama, long live Lawyer Francis Sosu. From Dr. Abedi Kwadaso, aka Police Nine Drono. Kudos to the government for warning opportunistic landlords. Okay, so this is where we ended yesterday, and so these are the messages that have come in so far, and we'll be reading them out as and when you send them. If you're sending it on Facebook also, we'll do well to read them, and so keep sending it on our WhatsApp number. It's on your screen, 0509257753. We'll go on that quick break. When we come back, we'll come with the newspaper review segment with Reginald Robertson.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emil's Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Numun supan na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yetu ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum nsupa mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottles mu na woni bosua na wo kon donsio wo benya Migo purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount for Tipa Junction and now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088 Migo purified mineral water akona kono.
John, who you? Wow, Eddie, what boy juma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, na Simon, roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catch hell? Asatek roofing sheet there, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chey and rina chain. They want to call us a hood of a fair be bray. No free roofing sheet no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now so the bodan swa a year supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet no? You tell the salmon pepe. Mama po Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers so aware your on-site installation. Ni boss crowd da from pa. Oh yes, quality ni boda feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na musa kan order na we year after sales service proper binso. Hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region. So Asatek Watakrade Anaji, Yene Princeland Hotel and the Shinimu, and the Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwano so ha.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
And that's when you say, you're just saying, Mr.
Ya bread malaria, near would you be privy? Ah, hey, Jackson mix and near ocean one what you are. No, I'm young red. Wapas, chicken one now. Jackson mixture, Jackson mixture, Jackson mixture. So, and Fania grow. I want to malaria and quadia, no me Jackson mixture. Now, bet yes, king cane.
They won't any more about food, about my flower for. About flower only in February and no murdering. Jackson have a mister only size.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868 or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
One peswa ho no mono eho etisenye brodo so ho awoten eho so etisenye o memuna nkasa woten no eho so etisen eni insem diko insem bi editie timemufo etipentokwato santene kwoto aba wo hwe ne mokwan se aka kendifo wo beyi woni betumi aboa amomman no etumi etumpon eso akendifo ebegidwa no etena so a na chese sebia so timemufo to a wotua no wode wasa wonsrem insem diko nsɛm bi editie we intine ho behia se memeng de biada wo brabo non kron e wo wudon no so sei ken woni me ebedi ehia e wo Adoatv kasafidie so wo bra ye to nsa afra manyofo a wo da manyosem akoten wona abiahye wonim di ankasa etwetwe nkomo wo bra ye to nsa afra mu mahye bedwemni no mesini crack wo honom e betutu na no na achesen sema edika editie no ya toto ho sere ene abasa e wo kasafidi eso me a metine dwemu edijimedi ho chiame edi amede so ene political baby face
Supa na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yetu ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum supa mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na ye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles na wani boswa na ukon donsio wobanya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone code dodowa amount frotipa junction ana fre 05070554009 ana 05539210888 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
John, Ufini new. Wow, Edeyefe, Eddie, Wabwejuma. I check a roofina, or ye fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, Nansem, roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatek roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke, with the bodan swa a chee, and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair bray. No one free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa, a year supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet, no? You tell the salmon pepe. Mama poor Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers nso a your on-site installation ne bo so kra da fompa. Oh yes, quality ne bo da feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na wonsa kan order na wo year after sales service papa bi nso hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2 Meridian Road Ebenkoko Board Warehouse Western Region. So Asatek Takrade Anaji yene Princeland Hotel ene di hwene mu ena Volta Region yewo Akachi South District Assembly kwan no so ha. AM Ghana Breakfast Show on Adoatv Television. My name is TV Reginald Roberts. We've got the newspaper review segment. We're talking about the call to ban Okada as a commercial means or one of commercial transports in Ghana, because it's obvious people are not adhering to the social distancing protocols out there or directives put out there. Our markets kept flooding. Yesterday, I saw a picture from one of the markets in Cape Coast, and trust me, it's an eyesore. In the evenings, people struggle to get vehicles and they forget about what is called social distancing protocols. People are still living that COVID-19 is a myth. It's not yet in Ghana, and it's a hoax, like they want to call it. We'll be looking into it as well. Now, we have some issues on why there's a delay for the running mate for the NDC or for John Dramani Mahama, while 7 December is still in the corner. They are saying that they are waiting for the country to return to normalcy. That's what Asidu Kita is saying, before they can come out with their candidate. But how true is that? Is it that they don't have the candidate, or it's still COVID-19 that is being plagued over? The eligibility of the Special Prosecutor's age, the judgment has been deferred to 13th May. What is the positivity into it? When we confirm him that, yes, his date
or sorry, his age makes him legitimate for the position, what becomes the fate of those his accusers? When it's held that, okay, your age debars you from holding that position, what becomes the fate of the office that we've created, a new office created under the administration of the MPP? We'll be looking into it. Now, the Ghana Immigration Service is telling people not to aid other illegal people or illegal nationalists to use our borders to move into Ghana. We'll be looking at it. And finally, tomorrow is May Day. The health workers are saying that as one labor that is very essential in these times, health stuff, they realize that their call or their mandate as health workers is a national and a noble duty. So since it's a noble one, they are willing to fight COVID-19 to the latter. They are willing to fight COVID-19 to the latter. These, among other things, we'll be discussing on the show. You can send your views and thoughts on our WhatsApp numbers that are running on the screen there. It is there. Is there? Yeah, that is the WhatsApp number just came right now. Look at it and then send the WhatsApp numbers to it. You can also follow us on Facebook. That's a Facebook handle too. And then you give us all your views and thoughts on Facebook. So also, you can give us a tweet too, as there. And then YouTube, we're also streaming on YouTube at the moment, Adoatv, and also on YouTube, as well as other social media platforms. Instagram is also there. There's a hyphen there on Instagram. Do well to note of it and then give us your bits and thoughts. We'll open the phone lines as to when it's needed for you to give us your contributions too from the comfort of your home and your offices as well. I have two fine gentlemen. Anytime they meet, it's like there's going to be Clash of the Titans. But they said they've had a reflective mind over COVID-19. They're going to live a nice life. They're going to live a good life. I just hope that it is so. I have with me the NAFCO coordinator for Adan East. I don't know why maybe as a result of COVID-19, we have suspended that position. But he's still holding it. Some of that states in La. When they lock down, he didn't want to die. He's back. I have with me Honorable Alexa. Alexa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
It's been a long while. I like your fabric.
Yeah. It's been a while. You know, the COVID has made us all.
Yeah. How are the people of Adan doing?
Very excellently well. I think over the period, I was surprised that even though I think Monday or so, we had not yet recorded any COVID issue in Adan. The protocols were being observed largely, with the exception of some few hitches here and there. Largely, Adan people are observing the protocols. We are moving. You go to almost every home, you will see a Veronica bucket over there. You see people going with the face mask and what have you. So largely, the people of Adan are doing well, and we hope that it was just on Tuesday that we had one confirmed case in Adan, and I don't know. I left Adan to Accra before it was confirmed in Adan. I don't know whether
I'm sure you saw it coming. You saw it coming.
Yeah. So the people of Adan are doing very well, and I take this opportunity to greet all of them who are watching Adoatv this morning.
All right. Thank you. I have another friend of mine. He's a frontline. He's a frontline health worker. Yes, he's a frontline health worker. No, if he's going to deny it on the platform, there's no problem. But he's a frontline health worker. But he's out there, and then, irrespective of his political coloration, he's doing his profession. He's first of all a health worker before he does politics on a standby, so that one day he can become a health minister. And then be giving us updates and what have you. His name is Thomas Ayi. Tom, I call him. He's a comrade representing the NDC. Tom, how are you doing?
By God's grace. Anyway, I'm a health worker, but not a front line. You know,
where are you?
When it comes first, when we had the packages coming along with front line, we all thought everyone working in the health sector, irrespectively, let me say, you know, in the health sector, we have business part, and then we have the nurses, the lab technician, all of them are part of the front line, with the exception of the business part, the accountant and all those things. So we were all happy. But not knowing if you are not part of the COVID-19 team, you are not a health worker. That is sad. That comes with a phrase attached to money sharing, but we take it in good faith, and we pray that we all do our part in these hard times. As the president said, we are not in usual or normal times.
All right, thank you. We are going straight to our conversation, and it's an observation I have made coming to work this morning, that people are walking normal, people are having chats, people are holding themselves, people are embracing in public, and what have you, as if there's nothing at stake. It seems when we opened the lockdown and we said that, okay, people are to use face masks has come to kill the existence, or has come to kill the essence of social distancing protocols. The police has arrested almost about 1,326 people nationwide for flouting public gathering social distancing directives. People are calling for a ban of Okada. Policemen themselves are not even adhering to it when they are sitting on their motorbikes. What should we do? Alex, this is a fine directive that came from by your administration to Ghanaians. That's one way or the other. If world large first-class countries like China, Korea, and US are observing the need for social distancing, why can't we also do it in a small way? So the call was in the right direction, but it seems that we are failing to adhere. The wearing of face masks from my little research I've done in Wuhan is now like a norm there. When you even go out and you're not wearing a face mask, you don't even feel okay within yourself. It's now a thought that people have added to their everyday life. That they even know that even after COVID-19, it's going to even take a long time for people to come back to normal life without wearing a face mask or even observing social distancing protocols. But it seems we are still joking in Ghana. We've not gotten the impulse. Because when you check the rate at which the US didn't give a lot of attention to COVID-19 at these initial stages, and the way it's plagued them, I fear doom for Ghana.
Well, largely, I agree with you on your assertion. I think still, people are still having that doubt that the COVID-19 is a reality. And I think it is unfortunate on the part of people who are still in that mindset that it is not rare. Look, when you begin to watch what is happening in the outside world and you see the impact on the people, and you are in Ghana here and you don't fear, and you are still wearing that doubting Thomas attitude, I think something might be wrong with you. Look, a lot of things have been said concerning, a lot of measures have been put in place in order to, as it were, assuage this situation. But I see people are not still respecting some of the protocols that we are supposed to be observing. And as you have rightly said, over the period, we have seen that initially, when the president, I think at the last encounter with Ghanaians on the broadcast, he made mention of the fact that now we should be using the face mask. I've observed that most people are using it, but the social distancing is becoming the problem. And I try to fathom the reason why people are not observing it. If you look at our culture, I think it is one of the reasons why that is going on. We have a subculture that when you meet a person, you want to get closer to the person, hug the person and do what have you. But as it is being said, we are not in our usual time. Therefore, some of those subcultures must be put aside so that we observe this thing and make sure that we fight this COVID and fight it holistically. You rightly said, as the Okada thing is going on, you have even some of our security service people who are supposed to be implementing what the order is, but they are rather flouting it. So when an ordinary citizen like me see a policeman or a military man who I expect him to know much more concerning what the laws are, flouting the laws like that, I feel that no, for me, I can also go ahead and do some of these things. And I think it is unfortunate. But one must remember that in doing this, it is your life that is at risk and not the life of the security man that you are seeing as somebody who is supposed to know better. It is your life which is at stake. Therefore, if you are doing this, it will help us. Now, you go to our various markets. I came from the last time. I think the MMDCs are trying in a way to find a way, a means of doing these social distances by segregating the market into bits and pieces. In Ada, for instance, the main market has been closed down, where they have been asked to go and then market on a school field. 2 school parks have been provided for them so that they could be able to observe the social distances. But do you know what happens? They go and flood themselves in only one of the school parks.
Why?
Leaving the other ones. They claim that when they go to the other field, people are not coming to patronize their goods. So they will all go, and when you go and look at the market where they are, it's awful.
So what is Assembly doing about this?
That is another thing that I'm thinking that the Assembly is not being very proactive on it. Because look, if you set out the rules and you don't go in over there to implement it, definitely you expect that people will not abide by it. Because you need to put in task force in order to implement what the rules are. But if you set out the rules, you do a general announcement to the people that no, perishable goods sellers should go to this field. I don't know, perishable goods sellers should go to the other field. And then you leave it as it were like that. So that you are expecting that when it is market day, just as you have instructed, that is what they are going to do.
But should we go ahead and then be observing like market days? Because now it shouldn't be relevant anymore of market days. Because the market days will bring troops, will bring crowd to the place. Instead of observing like now the regional coordinating council is thinking of closing Tuesday markets. Some people will not go there on Tuesdays because every Tuesday they flood the place. Now they are thinking of coming to places like Cantamanto on Saturdays to come and close the place up, because observing a market day, like a typical every market has a market day that the place booms up. It drives troops of people to the place. Observing social distance is going to become a problem, and even trying to even inculcate or emulate or even check personal hygiene at the market becomes a 9-day one now. So these are things that maybe the MCE for ANA can take up. That instead of having a specific day for a market day, you split them across.
Well, in a way, it could be done. But however, you know, we have been used to specific days for marketing. You understand? So trying to change people's attitude in that instead of going to market on Tuesday and Friday in Adan, we go to market on Tuesdays and Fridays. Then you spread it across. So almost every day there should be a market. You see, goods and services that are brought to the market are not from the same place. People travel from far and near in order to bring goods and services to be sold in the market. So that if you spread it across, it is likely that, you know, some of these perishable goods, there are days that they harvest them. So it is expected that they harvest them at a particular day and then bring it to the market another day. So it means if the thing is not even ripe, it's not due to be harvested, they have to harvest it and bring it. I don't think it will. You must find another way.
You affirm that you're not in ordinary times.
Yeah.
So if you're not in ordinary times, in as much as these things are legitimate things we have acknowledged, how can we make the situation better? Just to see that people are strictly adhering to the protocols and directives given concerning social distancing.
That is why I'm saying that when the directives are issued, there must be a task force to implement the directives. You don't only give the directives and allow and expect that people will abide by it. You must institute a task force in order to implement it. So you don't just give it out there. So that is what I'm expecting that the MMD should start doing. So that you issue out the directive and then direct people to go and implement how they are supposed to do those things and things. If you leave them like that, I bet you we cannot move. Then to touch on the Okada thing, I think it is rather unfortunate the way this Okada business has become an albatross that is hanging around our neck. You see, before the introduction, before it became very, very big in our country, people were calling that it must be banned. We refuse to adhere to it. And this is the level that it has gotten us into. I think moving forward, because we are not in ordinary times, I'm expecting that the government as it is now should ban the Okada riding. There must not be an occasion where you see 2 people on a motorbike. If anybody who is seen in that situation, because It is not normal. You cannot observe the social distances when there are two people on the motorbike. Because the motorbike, how long it is? It is not so long that you can be able to separate that distance. So therefore, I expect that anybody that is carrying another person on Okada should be arrested and prosecuted, so that you don't see such things happening again. Because you go to the hinterlands, like there are places in Ada and what have you, you see 2, 3 or 4 people on one Okada. Not even 2, 4 people on one Okada, as if it were a taxi. Because if taxi are taking 3 people now, including the 4, Okada is taking 4 people. And look at the distance of a motorbike.
So some of them will even have to sit on the fuel tank.
It's not easy. So that they are flouting that. So motorbike riding should be banned. Not outrightly, but then nobody should be allowed to carry another person on a motorbike moving forward. Right. So that at the end of the day, we can be able to check some of these issues.
But I think that we should know that it has come to stay. It's part and parcel of our customs, traditions, and way of living in Ghana. That Okada is another means of transport. Though it is not illegal to operate, and we see them. What can you do to make the situation better? Tom. At the end of the day, you like citing an example. Yes, my grandmother in Buko or Mokola does not understand 1 or 2 things. But it seems that education on COVID-19 has gone down. Social distancing protocols, people have heard it. But people are not just adhering to it. They still feel that, okay, COVID-19 is a 9-day wonder. And the president says this one too shall pass. So just wake up tomorrow and make it pass. And it's not in Ghana. They're just frightening us. What can we do to see to it that we don't get into the A list? Because our numbers keep increasing. If as at yesterday we are almost about 1,600, we fear doom that by Sunday we should be getting to 2,000.
It's sad. It's sad. But let me also take this opportunity and then greet your viewers, and my brother. I never knew he had a new post. Is he coordinator for what?
NAFCO. Oh, he's been in his position since.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'm here to congratulate you. Congratulations, and then good morning to your very good self. My brother, as the president said, we are not in normal times, but there are measures that we have to take as a country. Now, when you look at a country like the USA, country like Italy, Spain, these are the same mistakes they made, and today they have regretted their mistakes. And as Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president, said, we can bring back the economy, we can bring back the agriculture sector, we can bring back whatever we have lost, with the exception of human life. And that is what we cannot bring back. As I speak to you, do you know that in Ghana here, we top the West African list, number 1. It's very sad. A country like Gambia, a country like Sierra Leone, Gambia have, I think, 10 cases. Till now, only 1 dead. Sierra Leone have around 63. Till now, only 3. Now, in Ghana, we have 1,000, is it 600 and something?
71.
671.
As at yesterday.
As at yesterday. And the 671, the horizontal spread, which is the community spread, initially, the importation spread or the vertical spread, that means getting infectious by the virus or through the virus from those who have traveled before or have history of traveling history was very high. But now, as I speak to you now, in Ghana right now, the community spread is more than the importation spread. And I always say that you compare yourself to the best student or to the good student in a class and not to the worst or the bad one, isn't it?
Exactly.
So I'll compare Ghana as an African country to Gambia, to Sierra Leone, and to other countries that have been able to fight this war better and are doing well. A country like Taiwan. Taiwan is recording around 393 now as we speak. And out of the 393, 338 are imported. So around 50 is spread, community spread. And they have done well with that. My brother, the president is encouraging all of us to wear nose masks, isn't it? But ask yourself, has nose masks been given to citizens through the sub-metro or through the municipal or through our assembly members to communities to wear? And secondly, what is the qualification or what is the criteria of a nose mask? I hope you understand me. So if we have, all of us are wearing the local ones, which is good, wear the made in Ghana nose mask. But the one producing or manufacturing or the tailor sewing the nose masks, what are the criteria of this nose mask?
The FDA has come out to give directives on those that are doing mass production of a prototype of the N95 that are doing it, and even other production firms that are doing the local types too. Is giving a list on it. And now, if there's maybe you want to engage and venture into production of nose masks, they've given you the licensing fee and checking fee and what have you.
You know, in the Public Health Act, that whatever a consumer, especially health-wise, from food, water, and everything, you go to the sub-metro or the municipal for a certificate. Now we have Ghanaians who probably are ignorant of such things.
Exactly.
Now you move through the streets of Accra. We have these young guys.
By the roadside traffic.
The roadside, everywhere, selling nose masks everywhere. There's the locally manufactured one or the locally sewn nose masks. Some even hold it just like that. Others, they even package it nicely in a small plastic cover. That is very sad. Because in Ghana here, we have these groups, Sewing Association, for Seamstress Association, and we have all those things. So why don't the municipal, through government, engage these groups? Give them the criteria, let them produce it before they sell it. Because some of these things contain chemicals.
Exactly.
I hope you understand. Unless probably after buying, you go home, wash it, iron it, add parasol, hot water, and all those things before probably it's become convenient to you. We say people with underlying health issues should either stay indoors or take critical steps when they come out. Let's say, for instance, somebody with heart complication or breathing complication like asthma, wearing a nose mask made from, I don't want to mention any company, made from any cloth containing any chemical. And you know, once you put it on, you inhale these chemicals. It is very sad. So I'm expecting government to take these critical measures rather than, you see, sometimes addressing the nation doesn't matter much, rather than taking actions to ensure that citizens are protected.
Your point is very legit. But one thing I realized is that some of them they're putting in the measures there. But checking it, because for what you made, for instance, like the health minister said that even those making it with the cloth, just the outer can be the cloth. There should be a lining or a calico in it.
Yes.
So the inner is going to be a lining or a calico. So that the fabrics elements of chemicals will not be exposed to the inner part. Sure. But unfortunately, who is to go and check it that this is what is coming out there? Nobody is doing that.
That is why I said we have law. The Public Health Act, it's there. So if government through the municipal executive, the municipal the district chief executive, the assemblyman. You know, every community there are these associations. I hope my brother, there are these association in every community. We have this sewers association, this tailors association. Engage them. Through that, they will be able to also provide it for government at that locality. I hope you understand me. Now, another issue is with information and how information goes out and the medium through which the information also goes out. Now, look at a place like Bukum, where I come from, where probably they are attached or aligned to a particular radio station or TV station or whatever station they listen to. Here in the case, there has been a shutdown of other media houses. As the president said, we are not in normal times. So I'll be expecting the president to also give these media houses the leverage to also operate so that other people will also get those information. Now, secondly, engagement. You know, some people, because of their position in the community, those in the community tend to listen to them better than Minister for Information or the Ministry of Information. So I expect government appointees living in communities to also engage the community, the folks within that area. Probably, I would not like to mention names, but you might not take one individual serious as a government, but those in those areas respect that person. So as a government, I will expect you to get your appointees, get in touch with those people for them to also understand the idea or the factors or whatever this whole issue is about. To tell you the fact, issue of corona has gone down. But people are taking things for granted because probably they are aligned to some specific mentality or that sort.
But should we make
as at now,
I want you to touch on the Okada thing. And
as at now, I went to my own place, Bukom, this weekend. I met one guy. I was talking. He said he doesn't believe. He knows there's something like coronavirus, but he doesn't believe it exists in Ghana. And he believes the figures government is giving is not the actual figures. So the credibility
is actual. Is it to be more? Is it less?
It depends on the person you are talking to. But the issue here is the people don't believe in government. It seems government has lost credibility in fighting this issue.
If they've lost credibility, are they going to joke about COVID-19?
That is the point. That if government should build credibility in fighting COVID-19, then government should engage communities. Apart from media houses being shut down for them to give them the leverage to operate during this hard time, government should move to communities. Government appointees should move to communities. That is why we shouldn't leave this whole fight for the Ministry of Information and then Communication. Government should move to the communities. The municipal office, there are health officers. I hope there are health officers in every municipal office. The health officers in those municipal offices should go round. Not sit in the van. Apart from sitting in the van, they should move house to house. They should ensure that people understand the risk. My brother, coronavirus is not only saliva or droplet of watery droplet coming from your mouth. If I touch this thing, I leave traces of the microbes of this virus over there. So the next person that comes to touch the thing is at risk. So let's take, for example, A bank, as yesterday I went to Barclays Bank. A bank that's okay. If you don't wear the mask, don't enter. But yet that same bank is using one single pen for about 1,000 customers. Are we not at the same risk? We are here talking about social distancing. Do you know the reason why wearing of the mask has come to replace social distancing?
No.
Because when they watch TV, they see you and I putting on the mask. Wherever they go, they see people wearing the face mask. And now, as I speak to you, how many people understand the meaning of social distance? I hope you understand. We've created the ideology, we've created the idea that the fact that I don't wear the mask, you get it. I hope you understand. Leaving the fact that if I touch you and you are infected, you can also get it.
Even if you are wearing the mask.
Even if you are wearing the mask.
So touch on Okada quickly, because if you had a longer time, touch on Okada quickly. Should we ban them or not?
With the Okada, I think I agree with my brother. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for government to ban this Okada business. Although we believe under this administration, there has been a lot of job losses whilst people come out to churn out figures and numbers. The idea is about you protecting yourself and protecting the other person. If taxi drivers are observing social distances in their car, if truck drivers are observing, if commercial drivers are observing social distances in their car, what about you, Okada? And those also patronaging this Okada business, probably they don't understand the risk they are taking. You are closer to the person. You don't know the status of the person. And this is not, excuse my language, this is not HIV that you have to have sex or expose to a cat before you get it. Just a touch can expose you. That is why it's more advantage for you if you stay home. Because immediately you get out of your house, you are exposed. So we pray that dissemination of information, people should be engaged.
So she needs community leaders to engage the people in the community.
That will be the best way.
Let me give you a few times to just touch on it.
I think I associate myself largely to most of his assertions. I, however, want to debunk the fact that people have lost credibility in the government. I don't think so at all. Because look, if you observe, anytime the president comes to address this nation and he comes out with measures that have to be taken, you will realize that a lot of people, because of that integrity, and then people do adhere to it. Just that the implementation of the thing is what is becoming the problem. Once he came, it was in the last address that he asked that we should be all wearing face masks. And when you leave this studio and you go out onto the street now, virtually almost everybody that you see is in the face mask. This alone shows that there is a credibility that is in the government. Whenever the government makes any thing, people adhere to it. But it is an implementation factor that has been the problem. I think that is what we should be looking at, how to effectively implement it on the grounds. I think that is what very important. Because look, I was watching a video in India. India is not also a very rich country, just like Ghana. In their market, I realized that they do observe this social distance, that when people are, they queue, and you see distances in between them. But in Ghana, I don't think that such a thing can be able to happen. But we must be able to, laws are made for it to be implemented. And if we need to do that, sometimes we need to be very, very radical in doing that. We must not just be liberal in doing it. We must be radical and take, because as we are being told, we are not in normal time. These are not the time that you want to live your life as you want it to be. This is not the time. no matter how uncomfortable you will be in this situation, that is how we need to live. Because look, we cannot live in comfort. If you value your life and you respect that your life is so precious to you, this is the time that you must be able to adjust to the protocols that are being said, so that at the end of the day, you can preserve your life for the.
All right. Let's go to our next topic.
My brother, just 1 second.
Okay,
just 1 second.
Okay.
He agrees with me that the government has lost credibility with implementation. Whether you speak for 10 hours in a day, it is not necessary without implementation. So if you have problem with implementation, if you have problem with implementation, you have lost credibility.
That is
no. You said Ghanaians are happy watching His Excellency the President. His Excellency the President told Ghanaians that 68,000 Ghanaians have been tested, isn't it? Now they are coming to tell us that as 68,000 same Ghanaians have been contact traced. Yet meanwhile, we have the same health ministry is telling you and I that sometimes they use double test for individual, especially when they want to test whether you have been cured or you have been healed of the disease.
But they didn't say that is the numbers coming.
That is what I'm coming.
When the issue came,
the point is your credibility.
Hello.
It's gone.
This doesn't bother credibility.
It's true. Fine. They said that you were doing duplicate testing. But the question was very simple. Which figures are coming out? Is it the tested or the testing?
That is did government inform you about that? Do you know about that?
Initially.
Not initially. Till now.
They came. Noguchi came last week at the press briefing to clarify that the figures that they have there are not duplicates. So it's single ones. But in their own way, the ones that they run duplicates on, they don't add them to the tested results.
No.
So they ran 4 tests on me. For the ones coming out, it's just one that to come out. But in their internal statistics, one person has done 4.
So in their internal statistics, now you and I want to know the number of tested patients that have been tested, the number of test kits that has been used. Because as of now, we have individuals doing donation, isn't it? We have IMF, although the president told us, and those things came in later.
No, so that we have these statistics.
The statistics is about the implementation. It will also guide you, isn't it?
All right.
The statistics guide you. So if a government is not able to implement policies, that government has lost credibility.
Are you buying with him? Are you in bed with him?
Definitely.
No, that's what he said.
I didn't say so.
He said implementation. Government has lost credibility.
What I said is that the government's credibility is soaring very high. And that is why anytime the government comes to make any information, give out any information, people are adhering to it.
But Alex, take to that. But do you have accountability to some, whereby all these donations that people are doing to the trust fund, PPEs people are giving, test kits that are coming in, and what have you. We need to know.
Can you tell me internal statistics? What is internal statistics?
One way or the other, in moving forward.
Definitely.
What is internal statistics?
Those things will be but at the moment, the situation that we are in now, you don't expect people to be coming. We have a pandemic to deal with, and that is what our attention should be.
That's the most important
that is the most important thing. It's a matter of priority.
But this one's are just
these are tangential issues that new.
Let's go. What is more priority than test kits? What is more priority than the number of individuals being tested?
In the sub-region, if you are looking at the country that is doing very well when it comes to the testing of people, Ghana is ahead of
Yet Ghana is leading West Africa.
No, if you look at the number of cases in Nigeria as we are speaking, they have recorded over 44 deaths.
It's not true.
They have recorded 44 deaths.
So you are comparing yourself. What about Gambia?
I am saying.
What about Gambia?
Gambia is not doing the testing as we are doing.
It's not true. It's never true.
Gambia is doing. It's not as we are doing.
Gentlemen. The docket on this case has been
closed. No, let me educate. We have random testing.
The docket.
We have community.
Which country is doing the random testing?
Hello. South Africa.
Hello.
South Africa.
Is Gambia doing that? Gambia is comparing.
No, South Africa.
Alex.
They are not doing that.
Thomas. The docket on this case has been closed. Don't We don't have running mates due to COVID-19, says NDC General Secretary. Says NDC General Secretary. The story is on page 2 of the daily guide. Don't. Okay, so that is it. We don't have running mates due to COVID-19, and seems some of the NDC apparatus are sweating over it. It says after a year of its election as a presidential candidate of the opposition party, Mr. Mama still appears deterring on issues of picking and naming its running mate. Delegates of the NDC on February 23rd, 2019, elected former President John Dramani Mahama as in a landslide victory to lead them into the December elections. There's another article concerning it in one of the other newspapers. There's a caption I saw there that I am interested in. That is the Daily Guide. Daily Guide. They're saying that Mr. Asedu Ketia, in a sarcastic manner, then started quoting President Akufo-Addo's comment that government knows how to revive the economy but does not know how to bring back human life, saying if we are sick or running away because of coronavirus, by December, how can you go for elections? He then appeared to attribute their inability to announce a running mate to the ban on public gatherings, saying if the president lifts the ban on public gatherings and normalcy is restored, we shall do normal things. Tom, this one is from your camp straight ahead. I want to just ask, is it that the candidates are not available? Or COVID-19 is actually plagued by the nomination? Election is in the corner, don't forget.
You know, human life comes first. Human life comes first. When you look at the ideology of the National Democratic Congress, and you look at our philosophy and our achievements, since this is health, we are talking about health, let's talk about the health sector. What we've done. You can see in each region, the 10 regions, we did what we could. I hope you understand me. When it comes to district hospital, we gave it to the people. When it comes to regional hospitals, we gave it to the people.
Is it in line with?
Yes. We are talking about health.
No, that's not about running mate. Not health. That's not about running mate. And I just asked.
No, you asked the question. Let me land.
Are we delaying in the name as a result of COVID-19? Or the candidate is not there?
Let me land.
If whatever your party has done is there to show.
Yes.
But we shouldn't be going into.
You appreciate me. You appreciate me when I land.
All right. Go ahead.
So these are things that shows that the National Democratic Congress brings first the lives of the people.
Okay, acknowledged.
As you said, we are not thinking about election now. We are not thinking about election now. The last recorded, statement or recorded meets the press, is it by the president, said, we are not fighting against ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not NDC, not NPP.
But we have a common enemy.
The common enemy is the virus. Let's bring the lives of the people first. That is why it's sad when implementation becomes problem. That is what the NDC is thinking about. What about if you win election today, and you record what USA is recording? 5,000 cases, 10,000 cases, 1,000 and dead and all those things. What will be your use? The Bible says, what is your essence if you gain the whole world and what? And lose your soul? So what is the essence of winning an election and having no one to help or to assist in building a nation? We are not thinking about a 2020 election. The 2020 election is not about coronavirus. I hope you understand me. The 2020 election, it is not about coronavirus. It's about the lives of the people. I hope you understand me. So those people who live in our West Wagon, a guy from Ayawa Sowestogo who had an interaction with the first lady, Rebecca Ekufado, at Kolebu and was arrested. Why? Because he was protesting for the reopening of the Legon Hospital. So those over there will count on this achievement and vote. Tashi desalination project that was halted under this administration, and that is working now because of coronavirus. Those in Tashi will look at this achievement and take their decision. I hope you understand me. Those working in the banking sector that have lost their jobs today will look at these things and take decision. So we are not thinking about election, 2020 election. What we are thinking about is that one day, today, tomorrow, we'll wake up and all we'll hear is there is a vaccine, there is a cure, there is a treatment protocol for coronavirus. And then we all be happy and live our normal lives.
That's why in waiting for that normalcy and also with the backdrop or taking inspiration from what you just said, that people are going to look at certain key and pertinent things to vote in the next elections. It is very important that you are going to have a running mate in these trying times. That when finally the COVID is over, you know where you are starting from. Rather than having a very short while to select a running mate that is going to support your presidential candidate in his battle to win power.
It doesn't matter. That is what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter the short time or the long time. It doesn't matter. What if tomorrow will be an election and we have running mate today? We win an election. I hope you understand me. In 2016, when did the NPP have their running mate? When did they have their running mate? Today, as we speak, they don't have representative for their various constituencies. They've not organized their constituency election.
They say that NEC might unpick parliamentary candidates.
Yes. I hope you understand. They don't have parliamentary candidate now.
Yes. The General Secretary of the ruling Patriotic Party has hinted that the National Executive Committee of the party may handpick parliamentary candidates for the 2020 election should the party be unable to hold primaries due to the novel coronavirus pandemic.
Is that democracy?
That is what they are saying.
No, is that democracy? So they'll look at your face. I'm coming. Yes. They'll look at your face. Oh, okay. You don't carry ado.
You are a fine boy.
Yes, you are a fine boy. You have a big stomach now. So you are qualified as a parliamentary candidate for this constituency, and that is sad.
They may.
Whether they may or they may not, we are talking about flag bearer running mate, isn't it? So when the time gets there, we will cross the river. Right now, what you and I should be more interested in
is when the COVID-19
is the fight against COVID-19. That is more serious.
All right. Let me come to you, Alex, on this one. For me, I personally don't think that it should be a clarion call or some means of pressure to be put on the NDC if their running mate had not come. What I would say is that we did the fear ourselves. One way or the other, we have a common enemy we need to fight against and not ourselves. Why is it a problem for the NPP if the NDC don't have a running mate?
This is a very simple issue that you have asked, that they are having problem with selecting their running mate. And my brother has gone round the bush without telling us what is causing the problem. And I'm scandalized by the way he has talked without telling us what exactly the issue are, so that we can help them at least. Be that it may, it is a rare fact that people will be looking at what the previous government has done and what the current government is doing in order to vote. And it is not, people will not be having short memory as they thought it is. So that people are aware that this same government, which the NDC government has contracted a loan of $176 million in order to construct 7 district hospitals in this country. As we are speaking, before they left office, all those projects were supposed to have been completed in 2016. Before they left office, it is only one that they were able to complete. They used the rest of the money. Only the Dodowa one was completed.
Let's come to running mate.
Which one? Around.
No, so name the 7.
So
name the 7.
Only the Dodowa one was completed.
And how many did you do?
The Wale one was not completed.
This is opening on this one.
So what I'm saying is that they use the rest of the money to fund a research to see whether they are going to win the election or not. And that research, that is what they use Ghana's money for.
Which research?
The loan that they contracted to construct hospitals. A research to find out whether you are going to win the 2016 election or not.
That is funding. No, which funding prove that?
Right.
You cannot sit here and then make such allegations. So how many? So you mentioned 7.
Thomas. This is opening on it.
No, you mentioned 7.
Thomas, this is opening on it. Allow me. Alex, my only problem is that you said they use Ghana's money. Which Ghana money do you use in this area?
The Eurojet loan that they contracted $176 million to construct 7 district hospitals.
And name them. Which one?
The Eurojet money was meant to build hospitals, isn't it?
That is what it was.
Was it not used for the hospital?
It was used in completing only one hospital.
Which hospital is that?
The Dodowa district.
So you know there is an hospital.
The rest, yes.
What are the other 6?
Government is continuous. You understand? Governance is continuous. So at the end of the day, if you contacted
what are you talking about? Allow, please. He allowed.
You should be laughing at yourself.
Thomas, he allowed you. Allow him to be funny. Just right.
You spew a lot of lies. I am talking and look at the way you are talking. That is why I don't like coming to search with Tonton. Yes, look, he talks as if he is the fountain of knowledge. That everything that he says
No. But I cannot sit here for you to label this falsehood. So mention the 6 which are not completed.
Look, Tonton.
So you agree?
Tonton, that is why you have your time to rebut.
That is what it is. But it's no. The fact that I have time to rebut doesn't mean that anybody will come and sit here and then
you have your time to rebut.
What is anybody will come here?
Alex, go ahead.
I'm coming.
He will show you the message.
I will give you.
He will show you the message.
We are in technological aid. You don't need to carry a whole lot of book on your head and come and put over.
No, you read it. Read the WhatsApp message.
Wale is part of it. What is the state of Wale Hospital as we are speaking now?
I thought we were talking about running mates.
We are talking about running mates. So
Wale Hospital, 3 years.
He went around.
I brought him
5 years. You had 5 years. You had 5 years. You can't complete one hospital.
You had 8 years.
5 years.
You had 8 years. You had 8 years in government.
But this is funny.
Complete all this hospital.
So Wale Hospital and
Gentlemen, let's stick to the state.
This is funny.
Let's stick to the
Wale Hospital and where?
So as we are speaking now, Alex,
he's just reading WhatsApp message.
If you go to
he's reading WhatsApp message.
General Hospital now, the whole structure has been pulled down. We are constructing a teaching hospital in La General.
Oh, really? Since when? It is never true. That project, that's project. I'm coming. That's project. I'm coming. That's project.
There's a project ongoing at the La General Hospital.
It's ongoing. You said like. No,
the project is ongoing.
I'm coming.
You have mentioned a lie that the project is ongoing. It's a lie that is funded by the MPP.
It's a lie that is funded by the MPP.
Fine.
That is what the reason I'm saying it's a lie.
That's what I will listen to.
So it wasn't funded by you.
It
wasn't funded by you.
So are you the one?
It wasn't funded by you. It wasn't funded by you. You said Wale. You said Wale. You mentioned Wale.
You are claiming glory.
You mentioned Wale.
Maritime Hospital. Was it funded by NDC?
All right.
You are claiming glory.
Political party.
You are claiming glory. So have you built?
All right. I think that they don't want to talk about the. Alex. Hold it. I'll come back to you. Alex, I'll come back to you. They are not interested in talking about the running mates.
I'm interested in.
If you're interested,
you have nothing to prove.
You see,
you allow him
he
to
went off track and he said that. Wait, what his word was when he
wasn't listening.
I would appreciate He's
interested in reading WhatsApp messages. He's just interested in reading WhatsApp messages.
If what you are going to talk on is going to be on the premise of why the NDC don't have a running mate, I would acknowledge
that is what it is.
But what they're talking about, I don't know why the Wale Wale Hospital, the Eurojet funding, and what have you, is concerning their running mate.
So
the only reason why I allowed this
wisdom. You find wisdom for him.
I don't
telling us that
Alex, it's not wisdom I found.
It's just pure understanding.
From
a WhatsApp message.
It is better. It is better. People, the elections are there. Which people are going to look at old projects that they've done or things they did in the administration to vote? But in these times, they need to concentrate on human lives. The lives that is going to vote for them in the election.
That is it. So what I'm saying is
that is it.
And I agree with that.
MPP is never interested in the lives of Ghanaians.
People also be interested in looking at what they have contracted loans and they have used the loans for. And after
for the elections. Let's finish there. On their subject, on the side of the running mate. What is happening
on the side of the running mate? I am saying that they are in a dilemma now to find a bidder for Bawumia. And that has been the problem. They are in a dilemma to find somebody, a worthy replacement that can match
Bawumia has just lost credibility to the extent that even when he stands in front of a camera, please laugh at him.
Today the English for the day is credibility. It's okay.
Bawumia has no credibility.
Thank you.
You are talking about Bawumia.
Hello.
You should control this man.
You see, what are you talking about?
I don't want this program.
What is your problem?
Please.
What he's doing, you can also interject it. Don't worry.
So.
You did. When he started, you did. He didn't do it. You did.
So.
When I give him Mr. Interject, I will allow it. Don't worry.
Very well. Very well. So
you are talking about
Bawumia. I am saying that the reason why
don't even mention his name.
The reason
don't even mention Bawumia's name.
The reason why they've not been able.
Bawumia that went to the market to make fun of his own self. You are talking about Bawumia. Bawumia that had lectures all over. Today cannot even sit beside the president. You are talking about Umar. Don't even mention his name.
Mute his microphone, please. Mute it.
Don't even mention Bawumia's name.
Mute his microphone. Thank you. Go ahead.
At least mention somebody who is
Alex,
a little bit crazy.
His microphone has been muted. Go ahead. Whatever I say, nobody's hearing it. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that they are finding very difficult to get a match to match Bawumia, and that has been their problem. Look, we are all aware that the situation that we are in now is not a situation that demands some of these things. But it is the NDC that has started politicizing some of this issue. What did they say? When the lockdown was in, they went on there saying that Nana wants to go and do voter registration. That is why he locked down certain part of this country. This is the NDC for you. Today, they come here and come and be telling us that it is all not about election, that it is about the pandemic, we need to fight it, that lives are more important. Yes, equally, everybody believes that lives are very important. But as much as they try to politicize any issue that comes along, we will try to prove to them that the likely somebody like Bawumia that they don't have in their party is what is causing their delay in coming out with a vice presidential running mate. And it is so funny that for all this while, they have waited, they have, look, all their previous election, go to their history. Before April or somewhere in April, any time before we go into an election, they've already come out with them. But look, the Bawumia effect in their camp is tormenting them. And it is upon the reason why.
A man that has lost credibility.
Go ahead.
A man that promised you the work parties and yet now has not constructed one. A man that promised the people of Wale Wale that when it comes, he will ensure that the price of goods and services are in.
His microphone is off.
I don't want listeners to be. I mean, how can you be behaving this way?
Microphone is off.
This is uncalled for. You see, this uncivilized way of behaving will not happen.
No, that is extreme to say uncivilized.
No, but you don't have to be doing this.
Gentlemen.
What is exposure?
Please.
You have pen and paper. You don't want to write. If somebody write and somebody refer from a phone, why are you referring from a phone? You are writing. It really was. What is the problem with reading something from phone? Is there any problem with reading?
Go ahead.
We are in technological age,
and
therefore it is important that we do.
You have a minute. You have a minute. You have a minute on this one. Yes.
At this moment, if you respect that the life of people are so important, the president of the state has donated his 3-month salary into in order to fight it. What is the running? What is the flag bearer of the NDC doing? He is also being paid. What has been his contribution? What has been his contribution towards this thing? And you come and sit over here and spew all sort of lies, and you expect Ghanaians to be listening to you. I mean, this is not fair.
All right.
This is not fair.
Okay.
This is a government that is in control, and this is a government that we believe strongly that we are performing. And when it comes to election, today, we are going to win massively.
All right, so that is it. As to whether it is a delay is over COVID-19 or what will be the case.
It's not over
Tell
COVID-19.
me your mind. Call us on 05-979-2497 or 055-975-960. What do you think about what we've discussed so far? The social distancing protocols that people are failing to adhere to. Should we ban Okada in Ghana? And what is delaying the NDC in coming out with a running mate? What do you think about it? Call us on 055-979-2497 or 05-975-960. Tom, you have just a minute to rebut. Go ahead.
Okay. My brother said what is John Dramani Mama. It seems I was expecting you to educate him about what His Excellency the former president
don't expect you to do anything. When I said you don't keep quiet. When I told you to keep quiet, you don't keep quiet. So don't expect you to do anything.
Now, just recently, the former president did a donation of PPEs and then food staff to frontliners at Ridge Hospital. Are you aware or you are not aware? He asked what the former president is doing.
I'm my first call on the line.
The same former president.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Tamale.
What is your name, sir?
I'm called Adnan.
Please, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead for me with your contribution.
Thank you very much. I want to contribute to your program.
All right, go ahead.
If somebody should say it's because of Bamuya that NDC is not getting or choosing his running mate, he's beating about the bush. Bamuya has no impact on even Ghana economy again. He has lost focus. He doesn't even talk. Nobody, when it comes to talk, nobody listens to him. NDC wants to make sure that Ghanaians are safe first. You are not interested in election now. We know by the close of the day, NDC is going to win. So why should you be rushing for election?
All right.
For choosing a running mate? As at now, NPP has not gotten their candidates in the sitting, in their major countries where they have parliamentary candidates.
They have parliamentary candidates and then they are presidential candidates.
Fine. So currently, even by law, they don't even have flag bearer. Because all that things is not done yet. They have to complete before they have a flag bearer. NDC can now boast of a flag bearer, but they cannot. So what is he talking about?
All right.
They should concentrate on their own and leave NDC. Even if it is even December 5th, NDC will still choose their flag bearer and they will still win the election.
All right. Thank you, my good friend from Tamale, for your contribution. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where you are calling from, please?
Yeah, this is Mauli calling from Go.
Mauli, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead with your contribution, Mauli.
Okay.
Mauli, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right. Concerning the running mate issue, I think the FPP is just finding, they are only finding ways of dodging a lot of current issues happening around us. And so if you have not gotten your presidential candidate, what is the business of you always calling on the NDC whether they have gotten a running mate or not? I will even want former President John Dramani Mahama to just hold on choosing a running mate until December. And so the MPP can still continue in their nightmare. The current issues at stake now is for them to fight this COVID-19. They should just go ahead and do that for this country. And so they should just stop thinking of winning next election, but do something about this COVID for us. When the country is stabilized, you can go ahead with whatever plans you have for election.
All right. right, thank you. Let's go to the next one on the line. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where you are calling from, please?
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from Kumasi.
All right, lower the volume of a television set. You have just 30 seconds. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay.
Meteo, Mawanonko, my TV volume number down. What 30 seconds? Mawanonko to
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Good. I'm Meteo, Mawanonko. Hello, next friend on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Your name and where you calling from, please?
What's it?
We didn't be free Bema.
And but because I'm thinking,
all right, Mati Mawanonko, what 30 seconds, Mawanonko?
What is it? Mr. Martin, tell me, I get Baba Ganano, you get Baba Ganano, and I'm supposed to come in Kwa, and cut to Sapo for what is the Antoman Cutting. No, woman and June, where Papa Sata, you get away. It's my cutting. And this name depends on the I'm wine.
All right, thank you. I made that say what you are doing. Go to pick my last caller. Last caller, please. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you are calling from? Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Charles. I'm calling from Tamales.
All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, I would first of all like to thank the existing man over there. Let's say concerning the parliamentary candidates, I don't think it's a problem for NPP to do whatever they want to do. I think former President Mahama is very wise to forget about choosing a running mate and concentrate on the pandemic. I get me. When he's saying that what has His Excellency former President John Mahama has contributed to the virus, it's a lie. He has donated a lot. It doesn't matter the 3-month salary His Excellency has donated to this pandemic. Okay. So he should just concentrate on his business than concentrating on the running mate.
All right, thank you. I have a message from Peter from Ashali Boucher. Good morning, Reginald. Seems your MPP rep is clearly dysfunctional in his presentation. Talking about what the former president is doing clearly shows that he is biased, uninformed. I mean, how does the issue of running mate sum up the inability of a sitting government to clearly do what is required in such a time when the general focus should be on things of importance? Clearly, this government is also culpable of not having fulfilled a greater chunk of its promises to the citizenry. The next message is coming from, good morning, please, does the MPP even have a presidential candidate to talk about a running mate? Why are they so worried about the NDC? Failed government. Sami Wache Asamakas, on a serious note, the COVID-19 is very real. My dear Ghanaians, stay away of NDC propaganda and comply with precautions and preventive measures. Wash your hands or sanitize regularly and avoid handshaking. Hashtag stay safe. Regards to Honorable Sintima Boaje of Asamankase and Ernest Yaukumi of Akwetia. The other messages are things not concerning the show. Okay. All right. So I think that these are the few ones I'll be able to read. We have just 5 minutes to finish the show. We have just a minute in it to wrap up. In conclusion.
My brother was comparing.
Okay.
Now, the president donated 3 months' salary, yes? And what is the number of infection? What is the number of infection? We are around 1,670. So is it necessary? Is it necessary or does it matter? Donating your salary and the number or the rate of infection is increasing. Is it necessary? Now, if you care to know, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, the former president, donated PPEs which the health staff or health officials are crying for, which government couldn't do. Has donated PPEs to Kolebu Teaching Hospital, to Tamale Teaching Hospital, to reach
government brought a short code that the health officials are supposed to call. I think 110 or something.
Marada, don't even go there. Don't even go there. If you are faced,
it's working.
If it's not working, Marada, I'm coming. Let me land. If you are faced with shortage of PPEs in the lab, with shortage of PPEs in the hospital, are you now coming to test? Are you to tell government what to do as a public health?
The health director.
So we should go and test before we get PPEs.
Is
government responsible?
What are they doing in the hospital?
So if administrators or directors in the hospital, as government appointees in those hospitals, couldn't do that, you know PPEs are consumables. You know that. And if they couldn't do that, and the former president has donated this stuff to them. No, for your information, the same former president is feeding 200,000 Ghanaians. As I speak to you now, he's donating bags of rice to Ghanaians. His Excellency, you are talking about that couldn't feed Ghanaians for 3 weeks. Yet, you are talking about this. Don't even go there.
All right, thank you.
Now,
thank you.
I'm coming. You are talking. Oh, let me laugh.
Just a minute. So go ahead.
Yes, you are talking about Baumia. Is it not the same Baumia that lambasted the previous administration when $1 was 3 cedis? Today, what is the rate of dollars? Today we have $1, 5.46 Ghana cedis, and that this same Baumia. What is the price of fuel? In the previous administration, under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the gallon of fuel was 18 Ghana cedis. Today, what is the price of a gallon of fuel? 26 Ghana cedis, times 2 of what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama left. Today, we are talking about the policies of whatever fighting COVID-19. What was your rural electrification? 3 years, you weren't able to extend electrification to anywhere.
All right.
3 years, underwater. Water is running into negative.
Your time is up.
When you read the budget, you will see it over there.
Thank you.
So don't even mention Baumia when it comes to the economy.
Concluding comment.
Again,
it is so obvious that our people from the NDC are very.
Tom. He allowed, allow.
It is so clear that our people from the NDC are very uncomfortable with the remarkable leadership that is being provided by Nana Akufo-Addo, and because of that, they are trying ways and means of trying to divert the attention of Ghanaians. It is Ghanaians should be aware that the government of the MPP is so much concerned about their health. In the reason why, that is the reason why the government of Ghana has pulled down La Polyclinic to construct a teaching hospital for them. That is the reason why Ghanaians construction of Wale Hospital is ongoing. That is the reason why construction and expansion of New Chebi Hospital is going on. That is the reason why the construction of Koforidua Regional Hospital is ongoing. That is the reason why the expansion and refurbishment of the Tetequachi Teaching Hospital is going on. That is the reason why the construction of a new district hospital in Ebri is ongoing. That is the reason why the construction of Pristia and Huni Valley Municipal Hospital is ongoing. That is the reason why the Buipe Central Gonja District Hospital is ongoing. So if this government of the day is so much concerned about the people's health, that is why all these things are going. Aside that, the government is promising Ghanaians that, what is it? Even as we are speaking now, the government, the Ghanaian president is promising Ghanaians that, look, in times of issue, I said that it is ongoing. That is what I said. I'm saying that because of the exigency of the time, because of the time that we are in, that is why it will expose you to several things, and we need a pragmatic leader. We need a leader with a vision and then the focus to be able to come out with ideas and solutions to our problem. And it is on the basis of that that it is the government is promising 88 new district hospitals in this country. So what we are talking about is the fact that
this previous government, the NDC have been in power for 8 good years. For 8 good years, they couldn't complete. The only hospital that they could complete was the Dodowa district hospital. Today they come over here. They come over here. That is all those what I'm mentioning. I can confidently say that as we are speaking now, we built 3 cheap compounds ever since this government came in. Even at that.
The time is up. The time is up.
The issue is that
the time is up. Alex, the time is up. The time is up.
So
the time is up. No, you already concluded.
In concluding, right. I want to say that they should have that confidence in the president, and for that reason, Ghana will be moved into a better country moving forward.
All right, thank you. Let me read these messages. Please, I'm sorry to say that. Listen, it goes to the two of you. I'm sorry to say that. What meaning people watch and listen to your show and your station? I am not so happy with some of the panelists, the way they carry themselves, especially Tom of the NDC. Please do well to control them, or else stop them from appearing on your show. They must also allow decorum in their submissions and allow sanctity to reign. Thanks. It's coming from Ebenezer and Ashalibuche. Another one is saying that please control your NDC representative. He's actually cutting out of manners. He has a lot to do. Your name didn't come. Please add your name to it next time when you do it. And I can't read the rest. I beg. Some of them are too jaded. Tom and Alex. This is what happened the last time I cut the line. Tom, secondly, to go and tell me that as a journalist, I know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. I don't need your education, your theories. Thanks for watching the political segment on this show. We're going to take another break. When we come back, Anastasia Body is standing by with more on the Unipass and UCOMS deal. Do stay tuned.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emil's Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
One peswa ho no mono eho etisenye brodon so ho awoten eho so etisenye o memuna nkasa woten no eho so etisen eni insem bi diko insem bi editie timemufo etipentokwato santene koto aba wo hwe ne mo kwan se aka kendifo wo beyi won ebetumi aboa ama mman no etumi etumpon eso akendifo ebegidwa no etena so a na chese sebia so timemufo to a wotua no wode wasa wonsrem insem bi diko insem bi editie we intine ho behia se memende biada wo brabo nonkron e wo wudon no so sei ken woni me ebedi ehia e wo Adoatv kasafidie so wo bra ye to nsa afra manyofo a wodo manyosemo akotin wona bia hye wonim diankasa etwetwe nkomo wo bra ye to nsa afam umahye bedwemni no mesini kracho wo honom ebetutu na no na achesen sema edika editie no ya toto ho sere ene abasa e wo kasafidie eso me a metini dwemu edijimedie ho chiame edi amede so ene political baby face.
Migo mineral water dear edanson. Esan said the modern technology so na ye. Ed nenkabia near tree. Migo purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhen wa berem. Very hygienic. Obia di one dance here. Migo mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani boswa. Na ukon donsio. Wobanya Migo purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call Dodo wa amount 40 per junction. And now for 050 7055 409 and now 055 392 1088. Migo purified mineral water. Akona kono.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your girls.
Malaria near Woody Baby. Hey, that's in mix and near Ocean one what you are. No, I'm young red. Wapasu chicken one. That's in Mr. That's in Mr. That's in Mr. Straw and Vania grow.
Ago, good people of Ghana, here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always watch.
I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, na same roofing is about be nice. Why the catch you? Asatek roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair be bree. No more free roofing sheet no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now so the bodan swa a zero supampe. What means to trauma send your open roofing sheet no? We try the summer on pepe. Mama po Asatek when you there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality nibo da feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na wonsa kan order. Na wa year after sales service proper binso. Hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region. So Asatek Takrade Anaji, Yene Princeland Hotel and edition mu. And a Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly kwan so ha.
Welcome back from there again. I mean, this is not a new territory to you. Now, let's go straight into the business of the day. Basically, can you give us a brief overview about what the UniPass is?
Okay, thank you. A very good morning to your cherished listeners. About 4 weeks ago, before the lockdown, we held a press conference at the International Press Center in Accra. We specifically on UniPass. At that time, we had done a proper assessment of the UniPass contract with government that the Ministry of Trade signed with the government of Ghana. And we had raised some concerns, which we have put in the public domain. We shared it with the media. I think your team were there to capture. Subsequently, we've done a number of interactions with GCNet, with UNIPAS, with government officials, and what have you. Basically, what this whole arrangement is, government of Ghana has an arrangement with GCNet.
Super na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso ayeto ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum nso pa mega mineral water de edanso esan se the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu na wani boswa na okon donsio wo benya mega purified mineral water to baby a etu fonko dodo wa amount 40 pata.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric African wears, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Malaria and quadia. Jackson Herbal Mr. Unisize.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap under running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience
Gatling got away brilliantly and he's ahead of the field at the moment and Bolt going very near. Comes Usain Bolt!
Join me.